mRNA vaccine yields full protection against malaria in mice.
Here's a summary of the article.
Scientists from the Walter Reed Army Institute of Research and Naval Medical Research Center partnered with researchers at the University of Pennsylvania and Aquitas Therapeutics to develop a novel vaccine based on mRNA technology that protects against malaria in animal models, publishing their findings in NPJ Vaccines. A safe, effective malaria vaccine has long been an elusive target for scientists. The limitations associated with RTS, and other first-generation malaria vaccines have led scientists to evaluate new platforms and second-generation approaches for malaria vaccines. Recent successes with vaccines against COVID-19 highlight the advantages of mRNA-based platforms, notably highly targeted design, flexible and rapid manufacturing, and ability to promote strong immune responses in a manner not yet explored, said Dr. Evelina Angov, a researcher at WRAIR's Malaria Biologics branch and senior author on the paper. Our goal is to translate those advances to a safe, effective vaccine against malaria. Our vaccine achieved high levels of protection against malaria infection in mice, said Catherine Mallory, a WRAIR researcher at the time of the article's submission and lead author on the paper. While more work remains before clinical testing, these results are an encouraging sign that an effective, mRNA-based malaria vaccine is achievable.
This post received a score of 7,300, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
This type of medical technology is extremely interesting.
Viruses had a good thing going until COVID fucked it up for them all.
Well, that's very good news for mice.
I'd hate to see a bunch of mice suffering from malaria. I like mice, even if they always smell like pee.
I think it's mostly their pee smelling like pee.
Keep your mice clean and they won't smell like pee.
Yeah, but then they'll smell like mice, and mice smell like pee.
It's an unbreakable cycle.
Maybe it's that pee smells like mice? Think about that.
Which came first, the pea or the mouse? Scientists are stumped.
Holy crap. This is astoundingly good news for all humanity. mRNA is just now starting to revolutionize medicine. What a time to be alive. Literally.
Well, currently it's astoundingly good news for mice. Time will tell what this means for humans. Hopefully it will work though.
Means a decent shot since mammal immune systems are closely related, especially because we humanize lab mice now.
Can you explain what humanizing mice means? It sounds interesting.
Humanized mice are incredibly cool. Essentially, human immune stem cells, I believe generally harvested from placental and umbilical tissue, are grafted into the mice so that they form what can be considered roughly human equivalent immune tissues and thus generate human immune system cells.
I am not aware of this system, but I do work with mice and bone marrow. Off the top of my head, I would think that these mice would be immunodeficiency by chemo or radiation and are given human hematopoietic stem cells to fully replace the system.
You are probably right. I don't know whether the mice are genetically or radiologically rendered immunodeficient, and it's likely a combination since immunodeficient and nude mice are so readily available. I do know that not only do they transplant hematopoietic tissue but also thymic tissue to mimic T-cell development almost completely.
Malaria kills millions. This is amazing. In the end, COVID will probably save way more lives than it took because it's kick-starting these vaccines, which are potentially effective against a broad range of diseases.
Don't equate COVID to saving lives. Here. COVID has absolutely sucked donkey balls. There are research groups all over the country with years of experience in mRNA technology, and now they are winning huge research grants because the technology has gone mainstream. Having mRNA go primetime is the big thing that happened to beat COVID. So I just want to say that while the mRNA technology is fantastic and COVID gave it global priority for 2 solid years, I am not going to credit COVID with saving it. I think the bad actors involved in the global response to COVID would use that sort of thing to claim that they actually did a great job despite bungling it horribly.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.